Now to more of our exclusive interview with Kai Chase, the personal chef to Michael Jackson and his family. She was in his rented home on the day he died. Kai, good morning, and thanks for being here.
Good morning, Hunter.
Now, you left in March for 3 weeks. You came back, and when you returned, what did you notice different about Michael Jackson's appearance?
Well, I left in May.
In May, I'm sorry.
I left in May and came back in June, and I noticed that he, appeared to be not as vibrant as he was when I was there.
And did you attribute that to anything in particular?
Well, I just said, I figured he wasn't really eating or getting the nourishment that I had been giving to him, and it just seemed to me that he was very, just not with it, just kind of slowing down.
We've heard all this about the drugs and the prescriptions and all this, and you look at this rehearsal video, and you watch this, and you say, how could this guy do this? And perform this way, even in just rehearsal, and have been doing all these other things? How do you think about that?
Oh, of course. I admit, he's a fabulous entertainer. And he's a dancer. His body he uses his body as a tool. And I just knew, Michael Jackson, when that switch goes on and that music comes on, he's on.
Right.
And he needed, food and nourishment and fresh organic vegetables.
Do you feel that if maybe you had been there during that period of time, at least nutritionally, he might have been a little bit better off?
I think so, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really do.
What was it like? I mean, you were there the last day. I'm sure you have played this over and over and over again in your mind. What was that day like?
That day was very, very sad. Very sad, very devastating. Everyone was so happy and excited about this tour, and ready to. But for this to happen it was devastating.
What was he like the last time you saw him, and when was that?
I saw him the day before. The day before, I served he and his children lunch, and he ate lunch with his children, and he was moving kind of slow. It's moving kind of slow, and I figured, he's dancing, he's rehearsing so much, he's tired, and he just seemed a little not with it.
You have very fond memories, not only of Michael Jackson, but of his children as well. You had a relationship with them.
Yes.
Tell us, there's some lovely things here on this table. Tell us about them.
The children are beautiful. The food and some of their favorite foods, that I would create for them. The children love grilled cheese sandwiches, so we would do vegan grilled cheese for them with a veganese mayo and, apricots, whole fruits, organic fruits. So Paris sent me a letter. I walk in the kitchen in the morning. And this letter's posted up. Hey Kai, thanks for the apricots. Daddy loves them. So, Daddy's eating apricots. Daddy's eating organics, fresh and healthy.
What's this back here? The box of happiness.
The box of happiness. This is so special to me. This box of happiness. When I came back June 2nd, I walked into the maid's quarters and putting on my uniform, and there it was sitting. Paris had made this for me, and it had just beautiful gifts in there, and just it's like a welcome home.
The iPod.
Mr. Jackson gave me an iPod Touch. The children told him that I still had a Walkman. That I still had a Walkman, so we can't have that.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Yeah, please, if you're rolling with us, please.
Do you hope that you can maintain a presence in the kids' lives?
Oh, I'd love to. Those children are adorable. They are very intelligent, they're fun, and I would love to.
We've got some set up here in the kitchen, because I'd like to talk to you about some of the things that you would prepare for Michael Jackson, and how we can incorporate, because he did eat healthy, you say.
Yes, he did.
He liked organic, he liked fresh juices, things like that.
Yes, that's
Tell us about what you've got right here.
Okay, this is one of the juices that I would prepare for Mr. Jackson in the mornings, and all throughout the day. It is beet juice, which is good for iron, high in antioxidants. So the ingredients that I used were fresh organic beets, raw, skin on, and fresh organic carrots, raw skin on, celery, and red apples.
When you do things like this, and you're expending obviously the kind of energy he would expend, and I would see on that rehearsal video, what else would he exist on? I mean, these are great, I'm sure, for a quick burst of energy and to kind of maintain you. But when you're working that hard, what kind of foods and what kind of calorie intake do you have to have?
As far as with the juices as well, lean proteins. Lean proteins, organic, vegetables and things of that nature. He loved fish, monkfish on a bed of arugula. Those were very good for him as a dancer. He wanted to eat very healthy so he wouldn't, cramping. Dancers have to eat, like any activity, like sports activities.
You've got an example of the juices. Let's take a look at this salad back here.
Oh, good, okay.
And what is this? Because it looks very intriguing. A lot of great color.
Now, this is one of the salads that he enjoyed the most. Mr. Jackson enjoyed the most that I did. And this is a seared ahi tuna salad with herbs de Provence on top. And they're dry herbs, and seared them very quickly in a hot pan, and put them on top of the salad. So, in actuality, these are some of the things that he that he loved to eat.
And there was, in a sense, it's kind of a little bit of a niçoise. Sort of,
it is.
You've got green beans, you've got tomato, you've got olives, you've got potato, and you've got eggs. So there's a decent amount of protein.
Right.
And while you're putting that on, what do you do for the dressing? How can I mix it for you?
Good. You're gonna help me.
Sure.
Oh, I love that. Okay, good. Sounds good.
Some olive oil?
Yeah. So what we've got here is some anchovies. See, we put the anchovies in first.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe like a little teaspoon or so, right? And the Dijon mustard.
Right.
Okay. And shallots. We got some shallots there. And that's fresh, dried basil, sorry. Okay, now you want to add the red wine vinegar.
Oh, first. Okay.
Yeah, you want to add the red wine vinegar so we can emulsify that just a little bit, right? And then you want to add in your EVO, your extra virgin olive oil, and you can emulsify that together. That looks good. You're great, right?
Well, I spent a little time in the kitchen.
I know you did. I know that.
Sometime with a little too much time.
Okay, and then we could just put that on top of the salad with these here.
Very nice.
So, yeah, this is one of his favorite. This is one of the things he ate when you go to rehearsal.
And you're hoping to hopefully maybe cook for Katherine Jackson and the kids going forward.
Yeah, I was. They asked me, if I'd come in and assist them with the children. Mr. Jackson encouraged me very much to write a cookbook. Write a cookbook, and we were going to maybe put this out after the tour.
Well, if you do it, will you come back?
I most definitely will.
All right, Kye Chase, thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thanks for sharing those memories.